be the mayor of Henderson. These fine folks have elected me, and I just do it as long as they feel that I'm doing a good job.
And did you grow up around here?
Originally from Mankato, but my wife and I relocated here over a decade ago and have made it our home ever since.
And when did you become mayor?
I'm right now currently in my fourth term, so.
Excellent. And so I imagine over those years you've had quite a few obligations in regard to what brings us here today.
Yeah, absolutely. So 7 out of the last 10 years we've flooded, and so unfortunately we're very accustomed to it, but it doesn't mean we're accepting it, and so we're continuing to fight for mitigation and alternatives to the situation.
And tell me a little bit about the roads. What are the, without the flood, what's the travel situation in Henderson, and then, what's it like now?
So normally we're only about 3.5 miles from Highway 169, a major corridor in southern Minnesota. Now with the flood situation, and what would normally be a 4 or 5 minute drive to that access point is now a 15, 20, 30 minute, depending on where you're trying to get to. It's significantly impacted people's commutes.
And what are the roads coming into town?
So the north route is the Scenic Byway, and that is a county road, and it is currently underwater. The highway west or east of town is Minnesota Highway 19, also underwater, and then the highway south is Highway 93, also a Minnesota highway, also underwater.
So how do you get into town now?
The only way is to the west, Highway 19.
So what's going on here today?
So right now what we're doing is a group of community folks have come together and decide, let's take this situation where we're a dead-end road and throw a festival and celebrate our community and our vitality.
And the town does have a lot of vitality. Can you tell me about, non-flood related?
Yeah, one of the things that we do as a community really well is come together and throw festivals. So whether it's celebrating sauerkraut days or classic car roll, it's all summer long, every Tuesday night, or even new ones that come up just due to circumstance like Flood Fest. Last year, the Prince Festival also started. And then in addition to that, we have Henderson Hummingbird Hurrah, we have Eskimo Day, Heritage Days in the fall. So there's really always something to celebrate in Henderson.
And plans or goals do you have in mind to overcome the flooding of the roads?
Right now we're currently working on funding flood mitigation for our County Highway 6, the Scenic Byway, and that funding would bring it to a 50-year floodplain, so it would mitigate a lot of the transportation issues we're having.
And what do you need to make that happen?
Well, what we need is a bill to be sponsored in the House and the Senate, and then for the governor to pass it, as well as those two chambers. Right now, we have a bill in the House, in the Senate, and it's just kind of sitting there, and we're trying to use this event to raise its awareness to get it moved right along.
What else would
I just think community-wide, Henderson is an amazing place, and what makes people committed to Henderson, even with these challenges, is that it's a great place to call home. Yeah, this is a pretty good crowd for people, on Friday night that most likely would already still be on their way home. So not bad.
Even if they're headed here, it's going to take them a little long.
Yeah. So like the governor, so I talked to the governor earlier about an hour and a half ago, and his assistant chief of staff is coming down, but he can't make it here until 6:30. And our state rep, who sponsored the bill, he's not even here yet. So, it's a challenge there.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Why don't you just tell us who you are and why you're here today?
My name is Mary Menny. I'm a community member, I'm a mom, and I happen to be the First Lady of Henderson. So I'm used to giving back, and we try to teach our children to serve others and to give back. That's how small towns run. Giving back, our communities come together, and I just thought we've always joked about doing something like this, and this year was going to be the year to do it. So I worked with Amy Ross, and she said, yeah, we should totally do this. And this is what happens with just an idea and a bunch of people coming forward to wanting to help. A lot of people who have experience working on the other events that our town does all were willing to jump up and help. You know, most places you take a step back when there's something to be done. In Henderson, everyone steps up. So why not? If not me, then who? You know? And this is what happens. Everyone comes out from hibernation, gets a chance to see everyone, see how big the kids have grown over the winter, and swap stories about the detours and the potholes, because that's what Minnesotans do. But it's a great way to showcase our community, to get more people to come in, help these businesses that take a hit when the roads are closed like this, and showcase what happens when it floods here for us.
So tell me a little bit about the, time when you said, okay, floodwater's going to come. What?
We were supposed to put the gates up on the 20th at 5 o'clock. The gates went up on the 19th at 5 o'clock, and I did a time lapse of one of the walls going up and just watching everyone scurrying around and get this all done within a 3-hour time frame before dark falls. And seeing all these trucks from Arlington and Plain and everyone coming together to help out, and then we go to the fire station afterwards to feed the volunteers. And folks like me, we all just, oh sure, we'll bake brownies or get some sloppy joes ready to feed all these people, and just seeing this is what a community does. This is what we do. We band together and we make it. And I thought, this is a year to celebrate this. Why not give back to all the volunteers and all the people who helped make this happen? So this is it. I love my small town.
I love you for that. Wonderful.
It's ghost towns. The school is closed, and then everything goes downhill from there. The school is here because of people like Doug and Dee.
Yeah.
Everyone stood up and said, let's do something about this. The restaurant is here because things closed down, and someone said, let's do something about it. I mean, everything here is in existence.
Tootie had to come back.
Tootie came back. We saved these buildings so we can have our historic downtown. This doesn't happen overnight, and it's not easy, but everyone works together. That's why it works. It's just everyone doing a little bit. Many hands make for light work. That's it.
There you go. Yeah.
So that's how we roll. So we're gonna do this tonight, and we got great weather for it, and hopefully this will help everyone come in that hasn't been here before. A lot of faces I don't recognize that are not from here, and maybe they'll come back for the roll-ins. Maybe they'll come back for sauerkraut, maybe they'll come for hurrah, and the Prince celebration, and all the other many celebrations that we do. We know how to do this.
I was out of town last year for the first Prince celebration.
I was having a baby.
Oh, you were?
I had my baby, and Paul was there for labor, and then he came down with his bracelet on for the nursery and gave his speech, and then came back to the hospital.
Awesome.
So now her birthday will always be on the Prince
That's
celebration.
why she's wearing purple, huh?
She's a Purple Rain baby. Huh.
That's sweet.
So just get more tourism in here.
Well, it's so great, and like Paul was saying, we filmed the Henderson Hummingbird Hurrah a number of years ago. Got Dolores Hagen.
Yep.
And John, with his connections with Ron Shero, was at that show on Minnesota Bound.
Nice.
And